you are in a romantic relationship or marriage? How many of you are parents? How many of you are a boss? How many of you are an employee? How many of you are a friend? That means you are all salespeople at some point in your life, because you have to sell ideas, products, and services. So we're all salespeople. And today I intend to up your sales game. All right? So I'm going to give you a little background first. Like she mentioned, I worked at we'll call it an unnamed location, that I did work for 4 different departments. And they were all struggling. They hadn't met sales goals in 2 years. And I took over all those departments and made all sales goals. But my sales track really starts when I was 7 years old. When I was designing coupons, cutting them out, and I would iron 2 garments for $1. When I was 13 years old, I was selling jawbreakers at school until my principal had to educate me and let me know what soliciting was and that there was no soliciting at school. When I was 16, I worked at Foot Locker. I was in the top 5% of sales in my city, 10 in the country. But then I got fired because I wouldn't sell what they call multiples. I wouldn't sell shoestrings and cleaner to people because I thought it was irrelevant. But by that summer, I was starting a printing company where I wrote, edited, and I sold advertisement space, printed the newsletter, and then sold the newsletter to everybody who put advertisement space in the newsletter. I have sold neckties, I've sold drugs, I've sold bikinis, I've sold makeup, I've sold, I don't know, I could sell water to a well, I could sell fire to the devil in hell. I can sell. I just don't enjoy it, but I'm very good at it. So today I hope to share some of that magic with you. So most of the time when you walk in somewhere, you hear, "Can I help you?" "No, I'm just looking." And then the conversation is over. Correct? First thing we need to do is make a connection. There are 3 ways you can make this connection. The first one is social. That's something you can say to everybody. "Did you see those clouds out there? They're looking a little scary." The second one is personal. "I love those socks." And then the third is more subject-oriented. So if I came up to Eric's bar, "You ready for a beer?" So those are 3 ways we can immediately make a connection with someone, because you need to establish a relationship. And a relationship begins with that first meeting. Next, it's important to ask questions and listen. We all have probably dealt with that pushy salesman at the car lot who is not listening to anything you're saying about what you need, how much money you have to spend. They're just interested in selling you what's going to get them commission or what's going to get them to the next level. So you need to ask questions. So in the case, this is our car lot. Are you buying this car for yourself? Or are you buying this car for your brother?
Oh no, I'm buying them for all my children.
Wow. So now I know where to go next. Because this car is not for her, because I may have already sized her up as an artist, and I know what kind of cars that artists drive, but this car is not for her. So you need to ask questions to be sure that you even know where is your customer coming from and where are they trying to go. Can I help you? Unless you are a registered psychologist or psychotherapist or some type of something, you probably can't help people, okay? Next. We want to give options and some advice. This is your chance to become the expert. You have to be the expert. And how do you do that? How do you be the expert in your field?
I explain coverages and I make sure that I give them what they ask for. That's primarily what I do.
What I would imagine is that you've had to do your homework first.
Oh, yeah.
You have to be able to understand all these forms, these different types of policies. So in order to be an expert in your industry, know your industry. Know your craft. I've gone into a brewery and asked the young lady about one of the brews that were on the board. And she was like, well, my mom makes the beer, you know. I said, but you're selling it. Know something. Know a few key words. Know some jargon that's going to impress someone. Because they are trusting you to be the expert. And once you have established yourself as the expert, now they want to know more. We've gotten way past that can I help you phase. You're actually helping them without them even knowing it. Because customers usually don't know what they want. And that's why you have to give advice. Girl, those pants are too big. It's time for you to go down the side. So then we want to inspire them to buy and sell them more. Toastmasters has this idea that there are 5 ways to close a sale. So we're going to go over them and I'm going to see what you think about them. 1 is a comparison. And that's where you want to ask the customer to make a minor decision. Some people will say, well, what do you call them, the debt collector? So how would you like to take care of this today? Is this going to be a check or is this going to be a card? They just went ahead and assumed that you're going to pay them today. The next way is loss, a fear of loss. Well, this water bottle is going off sale today. If you don't get it today, it's going to go double the price tomorrow. And this is the last one. You have to create some sense of urgency. This is the last of this batch, and I can't promise that the next batch is going to be this good. There's something to it. You got to find something that they're going to be like, oh my God, I have to buy this right now. The next is ask them for their opinion. Not give them yours, but ask them their opinion. Well, do you think that if you do maybe a little red in your hair, you'll have a little more fun? It was kind of suggestive, but I still asked for her opinion. Because she needs to be included in this. I'm not just selling to her. I am helping her make a decision. That's what you're doing. You're trying to help your husband make a decision. When you have made the decision already that you want to change the walls to this crazy color that he is not going to bite. Next, a story. Benefits tell, but stories sell. So either it could be your own personal story. Well, I bought this jacket because it's warm when it's cold outside, and when it's cool outside, or when it's hot outside, I'm kind of cool still. So you will love this material. I can say, well, most customers who open this kind of account see that they have maximum growth in their interest rates. Find something that they can relate to that lets them know this has worked for someone else. And then as an example, which that kind of covers what I just said, huh? So I don't know about this Toastmasters 5. All right. Then last, celebrate. You want to celebrate the close. Celebrate the purchase. Why? Because of buyer's remorse. About 75% of Americans buy on impulse. And about 50% or more are going to return the items. I learned this on creditcard.com. I trust them. So you want to celebrate. I know this is the jacket that's going to make them choose you to be the next featured artist for the United States of America.
Lose 30 pounds.
I think it makes you look like you are the one for the job. You want to give them something that reminds them that they just made the right decision. I'm sure that's got to be scary if someone buys a policy that's outside of their regular, just cover my burial expenses. So you want to confirm for them that yes, this is the step that you want to take. This is the organization that you want to join. I am your leader, and I can take you to the next level. So, I'm going to show you how this all goes together in an example. I was teaching one of my employees because she thought that magic selling is some mess. I said, well, come on, let's go do it. So I have the mattress department. We rarely get customers. We rarely get customers on the second floor, and I have the entire second floor. So this gentleman's poking around. I don't know where my employee is, supposed to be there right now. So I asked him, are you shopping for a new mattress for yourself or for someone else? He let me know he just bought a condo here. He lives in California, but he needs to have it furnished before his wife gets here. Okay. But we also have sheets and comforters over there. We have towels. We have everything that you need. Come on, let's go over to the home department. Now we're over here. We're with towels. He says, well, I kind of like browns. So I have beige, I have tan, and I have dark brown. Which one would you like? I want dark brown. Would you like 2 sets or 4 sets? Then we're getting into sheets. Well, you know that you need to have 3 pairs of sheets. You need to have one on the bed, one in the closet, and one in the laundry. And you know that the best cotton that you can usually get around here is Egyptian, but if you can really get your hands on some Turkish cotton, that's what you want. But we have Egyptian, 800 thread count. What size bed do you have? Or what size mattress are we going to order over there? When that man walked out of there, he spent over $2,000. He came back and spent another $1,300 the next day with my employee that I was training that day. Does magic selling work? Of course it does. That's how I was able to do it. And the real secret is actually care about your customers and not just their pocket. Any questions? Yes, ma'am.
So how do you keep your promise
What promise?
that I'm going to be the artist?
I don't have to keep it. The universe is going to keep it for me. Any other questions? Do you think that you can make this formula work at some place in your life?
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay. Well, I welcome any kind of feedback. This is my first time delivering this sales training pitch in a long time. So I do appreciate your time and your attention, and I appreciate that you were writing notes. So if there are no more questions, I do believe that I am finished for today. Thank you. Almost made it.
Thank you. Yeah, man. Good seeing you, bro.
Good to see you.